Welcome to this short study video exploring the life and ideas of the renowned British playwright and author J.B. Priestley. This content will help you prepare to study Priestley's most famous and enduring play, An Inspector Calls. Remember, having a confident understanding of a writer's personal experiences and beliefs is vital in giving context for the text you're studying, allowing you to understand and analyse the play in greater depth. So let's explore some of the most relevant facts about Priestley's life. J.B. Priestley was born on September 13th, 1894, in the city of Bradford, West Yorkshire. This was a time of profound social and political change, with the world on the brink of a devastating world war. Due to his working class upbringing in the industrial town of Bradford, Priestley was keenly aware of the struggles of the poor, and he saw at first hand the result of working people who were overworked, underpaid, and living in squalid conditions. He later described his experience growing up in Bradford in the 1949 book Delight. Priestley commented, "I have tried to make myself, and other people, aware of the harsh economic realities of our time. Again and again I have taken my typewriter to the factories, the mines, the steel mills. I denounced or jeered at those colleagues who would not look. I wrote some of the first detailed accounts of the depressed areas. Having been brought up on the edge of it, I knew what life was like back of the mill. I did not discover the proletariat at Oxford or Cambridge, for the West Riding working class was in my blood and bones. I grew up among socialists. I watched the smoke thicken and the millionaires who made it ride away. I saw broken old women creep back to the mills, and young men wither because there was no work for them to do, and nobody wanted them. I saw the saddest waste of all, the waste of human life." This gives vital context to Priestley's moral view of society. From his words, it is plain that he carries a deep-seated concern for the welfare of others, as well as a passionate distaste for inequality, and what he perceived as the ignorance of the wealthy and privileged in society. Let's look at how some of Priestley's views were shaped by his experience of war. Like many young men of his generation, Priestley enlisted in the army and fought for Great Britain in the First World War. He was promoted to an officer, which gave him first-hand experience of the class barriers that existed between the often wealthier, better educated officers and the less privileged lower ranks. His experience of the inequality within the army, as well as the tragic losses of life during the war, no doubt shaped his opinions on society and how to promote fairness and equality. Another important aspect of Priestley's writing is his fascination with theories about time. After returning from the war, Priestley attended Cambridge University in order to pursue a career as a writer. He published a number of successful plays in the 1930s and 40s to broad acclaim. He became known for unusual narrative structures which explored the theme of time. Priestley's time plays, which include Time with the Conways and An Inspector Calls, were inspired by his fascination with the philosopher J.W. Dunn, who claimed that time was not linear, and that people can experience events before or after they happen, often through dreams. This is key for the play An Inspector Calls, as the ending flips the idea of time on its head. The inspector leaves the Burlings' house, but the events seem to recycle, with the mysterious phone call at the end, indicating that Eva Smith has once more died in the infirmary, and the inspector will return again to question the characters. Finally, let's take a look at Priestley's political views and how he used his voice and writing to influence public opinion. During the Second World War, Priestley became a regular voice on radio for the BBC, where he had a popular broadcast drawing in an audience of millions. Priestley identified as a socialist. Socialism is a political belief which promotes cooperation between people for mutual benefit. For example, socialists believe that society as a whole should own or at least control property and business for the benefit of all of its members, not just the few. Priestley's socialist or left-wing beliefs did not go down well with some politicians of the time, which led to his broadcasts eventually being cancelled. However, in the play An Inspector Calls, he found the perfect vehicle for his socialist views. The play was first performed after the end of World War II in 1946, and its story of the wealthy Burling family's involvement in the tragic suicide of working-class Eva Smith is designed to teach the audience that everyone in society is responsible for each other. These socialist ideals about community and responsibility, though still controversial in some parts of society today, still resonate with audiences, perhaps due to the inequalities that still exist in the world around us. Therefore, J.B. Priestley's views live on in his plays and writing, allowing new audiences to grapple with the struggle to promote a fairer society.